for life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or Digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's turn out we do. Hey. They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard. Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a Matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Cause you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we in. They said we on. They said we strong. They said we go.
I hope you can hear me. I think you can. I think you can. I think we're live. I think we're good. I think we're kicking. I think we're straight. King David's supposed to be here, but he ain't. I don't know what's going on with bro. I don't know. Maybe he'll get on. Maybe he won't. I don't know what it is, but I know that I am here. So what's cracking? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming here with you on TSWS Gaming as usual, because it's my channel and shit, type shit. But anyway, man, let me just double check everything's where it needs. Oh Lord Almighty! Oh my God!
Hopefully that's fixed. Was I coming out of my DualSense? Was I coming out of this thing? Ew. Like I think I was coming out of that. I was using it to see if it worked on Indiana Jones, and lo and behold, already has the button pictures in it and everything, so it's mapped and ready to go. So I was just like, whoa, like I was expecting to see that. I was just like, God damn, they are ready to go with the at least controller configuration and shit. I'm guessing they just need to like optimize the game or get the game just ready to go. They just wanted the Xbox to have it first. I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah. Hope everyone's kicking back, having a good day. I don't know who's all up in here. I seen Jax up in here. I'll throw it up on the chat. I don't know if this is true or whatnot. I don't know, man. I feel like I used to have a lot more traffic around here, but I don't know if I do or not. But Jax said right here, YouTube has been acting funny, having to refresh multiple times to see the show go live. Don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know. I've had several people. Sir X-Man has told me multiple times, yo, like I don't see when you go live. I never see when you go live. And I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I just hit go live and I expect YouTube and Twitter and whatever the fuck to let people know, hey, I'm live. If they don't, I mean, that's not on me. I can't do anything about that. That sucks. But yeah, there ain't shit I can do about that. Anyways, as I said, I hope everybody's having a good day. I just got done taking a long ride with in-laws and my wife. We went out to breakfast, went and kicked it. Yo, what up, Oz? Good to see you. Um, yeah, we went out to breakfast to this little place. To this little place called Early Bird, right? I got a churro waffle. Shit was fire. Got some got some cheesy grits that mostly tasted like bacon. Shit looked like dirty ass bacon grits. You know what dirty ass bacon grits look like? Like that's what that shit looked like. That shit looked like some dirty ass bacon grits. Facts. Like straight up. What's cracking cuz he says I get notifications. I wish the I wish the didn't blend in with the rest. Happy holidays. Cause see, yeah, I think that might be what's going on with a lot of people. Honestly, I don't know. I've noticed whenever I look at my phone, like I could pull out my phone right now, right? It I probably cleared my feed like twice today. And it's just like this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just like bullshit. Just bullshit. Just always coming up into the feed and it's just like, man, I could have swore I told this shit not to pop up. And somehow it pops up again. Target, I've been meaning to get your ass. There's been a couple times I've been trying to get Target and somehow I accidentally click on it. I just got Target. I finally got the ass. Ain't no more time. Yeah. Into the ether. Who else wants some? Best Buy. Up. See, I accidentally tapped. I'll have to mess with Best. See, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. You accidentally tap on it to go to hold it, to turn off the notification, and then like there'll be something that I swear it's built in there. It's either built in or I don't know. I don't think I got the greasy tips, do I? I don't think I got the greasy fingertips. I don't think I got the greasy fingertips. Fingertips is fine. I think the phone fucking with me. But anyways, Asha says the problem is it goes straight to the feed, and that's a lot of notifications. Yeah. There is a lot. There's just a lot of notifications for everything. God damn it. It is what it is. What's up, Paris? Came up into the chat. Dude, it was awesome seeing you at the Game Awards as well. That was fantastic. Thanks for showing up into the feed. I'd love to have you on sometime just to kind of kick it and chat. I'm coming here, kicking it and chatting about what's kind of going down with Xbox, whether I like it or not. King David's supposed to be here, but I'm not sure if he'll make it. But the show must go on, so I'm here. The intro was hilarious. I'm happy that I'm assuming you're talking about the show. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. That's the reason I made it, so people could enjoy it, have a good time. Anyways, but yeah, it was fantastic seeing you at the Game Awards. I talked quite a bit about that already this week on earlier on Monday, I think it was on the channel. Little bit on Wednesday, not really though. A lot on Matt's channel, surprisingly, not even my own channel. I talked about it more. But yeah, man, it was an absolute blast meeting everybody. Like hip hop gamer, like he's standing on business. Like bro is on business everywhere he goes. Like when you see like that go to the game and you question it a little bit and you're like, I wonder if he really is like that. I wonder if Paris really moved like that. I wonder if Danny be hanging out and shaking people's hands like that. Like I found out it is like that. It is. It is like that. And it's interesting. It's interesting. I found it really cool. And I was surprised how chill it was. Like nobody was tripping about nothing. I mean, I wasn't surprised about that part. Like that's just people being normal. but I was just talking about oh, you're talking about our intro. Yeah, bro, our intro. Yeah. Our intro was something else. That was something. I was like, hey, I just kind of stared at you for a minute. I'm like, you remember who I am or whatnot? But yeah, that was something to remember. I won't forget that introduction. That was great. Uh, but yeah, but yeah, all in all, I had a great time out there. Um, there was a lot of advertising. There was a lot of advertising during during the show, as expected. Right, we're supposed to see a bunch of new games and all this, possible new things that are to come out into the future to look forward to. Xbox, I noticed in particular, was dead set on letting you know that they are doing something a little differently. And as I've said it on this channel plenty of times. I have an Xbox. I've spent a ton of money in it. I got a ton of different games. I'm hoping as they transition to whatever they do, they can continue to bring the games that I purchased, whether it be all the way on the OG Xbox digitally, all the way up to the current Series X. I want to make sure I have all of my games that come with me. Because if you're gonna say this is an Xbox, that's an Xbox, this refrigerator is an Xbox, well then I want to be able to, connect thy controller to, said refrigerator and then be able to play what I own, right? If you're gonna call this an Xbox, this should have what I own on it, whether it's via cloud, native, on a PC, so native to a PC or native to a console or whatever. If this is that, then I want to see, full access to everything that I own. I don't want it to be partial access. And I understand there's probably a lot of working things on in the background and whatnot, but the one thing that there's Diego. Oh, there you go, you ass hat. Ah, man, there you go. There goes the ass hat. But I don't know. Anybody that doesn't know, me and Diego, we go at it in the chat a little bit. He's fine. He's fine. He has his opinions. I respect that. I don't care. I don't sign off on his opinions. I don't. But I respect, he's just a regular human being. And you know what? I'm not going to waste any energy getting mad at people. So, I have a good time with those, suckers that come up in my chat and have crazy stuff to say. The hashtag no PS6. Yeah, Diego knows what it is. We all are just gamers. It's just like sports. Some of us know how to play and have a good time with each other. Some people don't. And some people take it to, an offensive level to where it's just not even fun anymore. So, but that's what I like to do with some of the people that come into my chat. So if you see some people talking wild about a certain console or whatnot, they're not being personal. Don't take it personal. Just have fun with it, or just relax and just let the people talk. Have a good time. But anyways, continuing on. Yeah, so as I said, I want my library to be everywhere. If you're going to say this is an Xbox and that's an Xbox, I'm really curious what they have going forward. I've seen the recent news today, which I'll put some recent news up in a little bit after we get done talking about what I do have that I want to go over a little bit, which we talked about a little bit yesterday with Loke, but I want to get a little bit deeper up in that. Pause. But I seen the news earlier about Jason Ronald and him being upgraded positions over there at Xbox, which congratulations to him. I mean, bro's been balling. I mean, that's just that. I mean, those soldiers that got all the pins and all that shit up on their chest, and they're just like, they just got you know, they got the fatigues that show everything that they went through and whatnot. Like I look at Jason Ronald kind of like that. Like bro got his pins, he got his flair, whatever you want to call it. Like he got upgraded a position, and we're just like, all right, bro, we get it. We get it. Like you deserve it. We get it. like bro, I still love console gaming because of stuff like quick resume, right? For stuff like the smart delivery that's in it, for the backwards compatibility that came with the that came with that. Currently enjoying it while it's lasting. Disk drives, you know, disk drives being inside of the console, so then I can, you know, throw in a disc from my OG Xbox into the console and it works. You know, hopefully they make that like a peripheral in the future to where you can still buy disk drives, but you know, you got to just plug it into said console or whatever to get it popping. So, I mean, hopefully that becomes a thing. I already see PlayStation kind of doing that with the removable disk drives, but who's to say that they even bother with it next generation? You would hope so. I know that if they could make it to where they have things, you know, via download, as long as you can prove that you own said IP. And I think the problem with a lot of that stuff is they don't want to pay people that are able to purchase a bunch of used things where they're not going to really get money off of it. Like, so like if they do make the next console, like let's say they make the PS6 backwards compatible, they'd probably want it to be not disc. They'd probably want it to be digital only. You know what I'm saying? They'd probably want it to only be digital because they don't want you going to your local store, copping a disc real quick for $5. Like I've been doing, like I ain't even gonna front. I am not even, like I told you, I don't tell people to go out there and pay crazy amounts of money to try to keep up with the Joneses out here. That's not the whole point of console gaming. Is I don't fucking feel like keeping up with the Joneses. I am trying to just you know, have a good time with, you know, the money that I got, right? Or else if you were really out here flexing that money, then what's the point of even playing on a console? You should probably get a PC. I mean, maybe have a console for a few, you know, exclusives or whatnot. But like, if you really got your pinky out like that, then you come on now. 4090 versus or 5090 that's about to come out versus a $500 or $700 console at that. Like it's no competition. Like not even a 4090, 4080. Let's get real with that. But yeah, I'm a console gamer. I'm trying to save that money and whatnot. And for the Uncharted upgrade or whatnot, I was cheap. I went out and got a physical copy of that joint, right? I went out and got the physical copy for like $5 from my local game store. And then it was like $5 or $10 upgrade to be able to play in the new, you know, pretty looking mode on the I almost said Series X, on the PS5. So yeah, I mean, I'm to cut corners when I can to save some money, and still be able to enjoy the exact same thing. So I do that type of stuff, especially since I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer, so it's my hobby. I'm cutting corners. I'm cutting coupons, just like somebody that loves shopping. Right? They're gonna cut coupons. If they don't, they're stupid, right? You buy something at MSRP, you must really want that bitch. If you want to support something, then I mean that's cool, and I'm 100% behind you doing that. But you don't have to try to convince everybody else to. I mean, you can stand on business all you want. I ain't gonna fault you on standing on business. But I am going to fault you a little bit on buying something just to buy something, just so you can tell everybody else that you bought stuff. I buy everything, and it's like nobody cares. That's your money, dog. If you lose everything, then I mean nobody cares either. You know, it doesn't matter either way. So you might as well just do yourself a solid and save what you can. Save what you can. First thing I wanted to talk about, though, man, we talked about. I've already talked about it a little bit, but I want to kind of go in alone on this one because I've been bouncing kind of. Most conversations was just bouncing back ideals, to people, and I don't mind doing that. I love doing that, in fact. And if King ends up being here, then we'll continue to enjoy doing that between me and him. And you guys can sit back and relax and watch it. And, we both enjoy Xbox, but I'm sure we got different, outlooks on, what's good, what's not, what is, what isn't, maybe I think something and he knows something I don't know, or vice versa, or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, first thing I wanted to bring up, let me go over here and share it. Bam. So Forbes article right here, it says Microsoft Satya Nadella doubles down on Xbox's confusing strategy, right? Written by Paul Tassi. We all know Forbes Paul Tassi. If you've been following gaming, especially on Twitter, for quite some time, you definitely probably know who Paul Tassi is, right? He's had some pretty spicy opinions. He's an interesting brother. I ain't got no problem with him at all. He does his thing. I see him do his thing. I don't agree with everything, but who the hell are you supposed to completely agree with? That is insanity to completely agree with anybody all the time. But anyways, he says as PlayStation players wait to play Xbox exclusive Indiana Jones 6 months or so from now, we are reminded of the strange situation the console brand finds itself in, where it is really not even a console brand at all anymore. At least not according to Microsoft. Microsoft has rolled out a This is Xbox campaign attempting to show all the different places that you can play Xbox games that are not on literal Xboxes. This includes smart TVs, non-gaming laptop phones, tablets, or third-party gaming devices. All of that, of course, is using. Sorry, my camera's in the way, so it's like I keep having to look over it. If you see me doing that shit, it's kind of annoying. Let me move my camera over a little bit. Might help. But anyways, let's see, where was I at? All of that, of course, is using cloud streaming to play, unlike the consoles or PCs that download the actual games. This recently came up in an interview with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, who doubled down on the idea. Quote, "We are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan. It is about being able to enjoy Xbox on all of your devices." Microsoft CEO, or it says from Tom Warren on Twitter, on Xbox, whatever, or on, not Xbox, on X. Jeez Louise. Tom Warren says Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella and on this is an Xbox ad and strategy. We are redefining what it makes. All right, let's just watch the video. So here's the video.
And the love for gaming. If I think about it, right, we chose the secular growth category in entertainment, which we think is gaming, and said, let's double down on it. And it's been a passion for Microsoft ever since. In fact, I think Flight Simulator launched before Windows or Office even. And so it's like one of the longest franchises in this company. And so we said, let's take that joy of gaming everywhere. And that's why even these ads with Xbox Now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, it's about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices. So our strategy with Activision content now is in full force. We feel fantastic about the progress we've made. And more importantly, I think on long term, as a company, we can bring the best of AI innovation, cloud innovation, console innovation, PC innovation to build the best games that can be enjoyed by gamers everywhere.
Xbox is so. I mean, so Microsoft is so sly, bro. Like for real, Microsoft is so sly. Like because every single time, it doesn't matter who's speaking for them. It doesn't matter. I swear, they all go through like they must go through like a class. Like it is so it is so reminiscent of politicians when you hear them speak. It is so reminiscent to politicians when you hear them speak. If I'm keeping it a buck, it is. Because although I am a big time fan of Xbox and that's where I play most of my games, I'm not gonna just sit there and act like I don't see what's right in front of me. Like these dudes are very reminiscent of like Satya Nadella. I don't care what you tell me. Like I like this sister a lot, and I'm really excited for her to get into to get further ingrained into Xbox. Sarah Bond, though, Matt Booty, Phil Spencer. These are all people that I really enjoy, but at the same time, sometimes when they speak, when they're in professional, like ultra professional mode, because it's like a switch that goes on and off, where you can clearly see that they are now at helm of the of the ship, and every word that they say is now in like under a microscope. And when they go to speak on it, it's like they'll tell you something kind of foul and then tell you something dope at the same time, just so you're just like, you kind of got hit upside the head, but you turn around and it's like your friend. And it's like, and it's like you want to be mad, but you're just like, oh, I haven't seen that dude in a while. But at the same time, you just fucking hit me upside the head. Like, what the fuck? like, you know what I mean? And I don't like that. I don't like that. Because, I mean, at no point, no matter who it is, do I like getting hit upside the head by anybody. So listening to what he is saying, it's very much about wait and see what we got. And I mean, as I'm interested in this particular in this particularly because it's just like, all right, well, now we're coming towards the end of a generation, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Right? And I think they got a pretty good idea of what they're gonna do. But I think the main problem is, and it's the same problem it's been for like since like for the last, I guess, this current generation and last generation, is just like, we see that you're steering the ship, but where are we driving? Where are we going? Where's this going? Some of us see none of it. Like some of us see none of it at all. And they're just like, yo, I got this canoe. I see an island right over there, and I know I can get to it. I'm not too invested. I'm out. And then there's some that are like, seems like a lot of work, but fuck it. And then there's me that sees that island over there And I'm just not really that interested in it. Because I've been on this boat for a long time. And I'd be really surprised if all the money that I put into it, that put it together, just ceased to exist. And what I mean by that is like, you just, I watch you invest a bunch. I've been investing for a long time. And then on top of that, I have like a long catalog, and many other people do. Many people have much more than what I have, much more than what I have. So I'm looking at that and seeing how further deeper you're going into spending money into the thing that I wanted you to spend money into, which is gaming. Clearly, I mean, think about it. Think about it. Back in the Xbox One generation, when it seemed like they were falling apart, we were like, Microsoft, how are you the richest company, but you ain't spending no money? Remember, everybody was saying that. How are y'all one of the richest companies in the world, but y'all ain't spending no money? Everybody said that. But I mean, I got to bring it back to what FarQ said. Shout out to FarQ. Shout out to FarQ. He said yesterday during the show, he is just like, would you rather them have stayed who they were and possibly have fallen completely off with just coming out seemingly with the same games? Or would you rather them spend money and do what they are doing right now? Because because this is the result of what happens when you get them to continue in the position that they were in. And I was just like, I guess that's kind of true. And then you hear the people on like Twitter and all these different, whatever you use, Blue Sky, whatever, right? That tell you this is how it's going down, this is what's happening and whatnot. Just to kind of find out that, some of it kind of true. But I remember not long ago, a big time news guy said that people are going to stop making games for the Xbox platform. And then and then we heard a game was going to be late, which was, I think, Baldur's Gate. And then Baldur's Gate ended up coming through. And then we know about Wukong is coming through. But then we heard Square Enix say, hey, we're going to start actually publishing more for them now. And so now you're kind of seeing kind of a flip. And Xbox literally just announced how they just put 400 new games. This is just like a week or two ago. They announced that they put 400 new games onto their PC platform, available for purchase, not just for Game Pass. And I was like, that's pretty interesting. Shout out to the chat. I know I've been ignoring y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all here in just a second. I see it. There's a super chat there, so I better hit that now. Shout out to Cuz saying Matthew Hum says they are planning a takeover. Nothing else matters. And I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. A lot of people think what you're saying is crazy, but I keep telling people, y'all are playing with one of the richest companies in the world. And right now, your one of y'all's favorite platform is spending money to get games from them. They're not just donating these games to PlayStation. They're not just like, oh, here, you want some free shit. Like, they're not donating shit. But bro, like, I mean, I've said it before. Like, imagine being in a territory and you're handling the territory, and someone comes into your territory and starts making money out of your territory, which takes money out of your pocket partially. Sure, they may pay you to work in that territory, or they may give you a piece of the cut of working in that territory, but that is that was supposed to be all of yours, and it ain't, and it's crazy. And they're giving some to Nintendo too. They're rocking up with some of the biggest publishers. So it's kind of interesting. And if they continue to make consoles, I'm interested in seeing how that pans out. Maybe they're not. Maybe they never ever catch up to PlayStation, right? Do you think Microsoft right now is jealous of Dell? Back in the day, Microsoft was competing with Dell. They were competing with all sorts of different hardware and software companies. They had their own different divisions. Do you think they're jealous of them? No. Do they still make hardware of their own? Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it goes down. I'm not saying that they're going to even stay on making consoles forever. But what I'm just saying is, I don't know why people are discounting the richest person in the room. I mean, they're literally telling you that, hey, we're still gonna be we're rocking like what, like let me just let you listen to the last part of what he said. If it wants to load, shit. What are you doing? Let's just go to X, watch it. It wasn't working right.
Made. And more importantly, I think on long term, as a company, we can bring the best of AI innovation, cloud innovation, console innovation, PC innovation.
They're talking about innovation of each platform that you'd be playing video games on. I'm really wondering in what form, though. Because I'm curious about... Because remember one thing, PlayStation ain't never going to let Game Pass be on their console. And Microsoft wants to continue to have a subscription service. And I'm sure they want it to be better than the competition's subscription service. It already is better than the competition's subscription service. Especially if you're an American. Sorry, but it's true. Yeah. Let me get back to the chat. I'm kind of curious what you guys are talking about. Diego says whole slate, Nadella. What up, Stanley Francois? He says $1 trillion company provides $1 trillion training. LOL. That's a fact. Yeah, because we were talking earlier about how they sometimes they be double speaking, sometimes they just doing the good old fashioned corporate speak where they say a lot of words but only say really a couple things that matter. Rage, he says, I like Satya more than Phil Spencer because Satya doesn't lie being a gamer, doesn't lie about Phil Spencer. Okay, I'm okay. I'm just gonna move on from there. But Jason Portillo says that's corpo speak. Oh, for sure. But that's how they're trained. But then again, it is what it is. It's the strategy for sure. Shout out to Sir X-Man. He says Microsoft is setting people up. They're going to give people a taste of some of the games they have, and when they cut them off for their ecosystem only, it's going to be Xbox and PC falling for the trap. I see what you're saying. You're saying that they're trying to like get everybody interested in their IPs. They own this and then pull the rug. I don't know. That is a interesting strategy. That's a scary strategy, Sir X-Man. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. I think personally, I don't think they're going to pull anything away from anybody. I think they're just going to be the best deal in gaming as gaming grows. And they're going to be loud and proud about it until people notice. And they're going to be everywhere, but they're also going to let people know eventually, especially with all this like FTC and some of the stuff they have to wait out and things that they can't quite advertise quite yet. And, 5-year deals here and 2-year deals there and 10-year deals there. I mean, I don't know about cutting them off, although they could. I'm not sure if that's the best business idea, but I'm just thinking like I'm expecting them just to kind of stick around, and like if they keep buying things and having, more and more, and it's already getting to the point that you're seeing like Sony first party games can't keep up with the pace of Xbox first party just for the sheer fact of amount of developers. Like I'm not knocking anything about the quality of the PlayStation games. The quality of the PlayStation games are outstanding. They are outstanding. But I mean, it's just a lot that Xbox currently owns right now. They went from like between 5 to 10 to like 30 plus studios now. And they could all just at any given moment, somebody could be done with a fucking game or done with the next level of the next dope idea of a game or something like that. And it's just like that type of just sheer labor behind you consistently with a company that's flat out told you like we're not done buying shit yet. Like they told you straight up like we're not done yet. We got what we got that was big and meaningful, kind of like we got the hub taken care of. Now we're gonna start branching out and figuring shit out, and when people fall apart, we'll be there to kind of scoop up. Whether it's good looking in the media, or it's kind of like, oh, you took advantage of that and you took it while it was cheap. Like however you look at it, I mean, at the end of the day, it's business. And what I'm saying is they have a large amount of people. So if they're distributing games everywhere into everything, and they continue to have consoles or tablets or whatever there may be, eventually maybe not in our lifetime in particular. I mean, it very well can happen in like I'm in my 30s right now. In my mid 50s or 60s, I could be looking around at all a bunch of people just being on a subscription service playing video games, not owning shit, and me just being the weird dude with a fucking 90s 2000s TV that barely functions, that's connected to a system selector that hasn't been sold since 2020. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be that weird ass dude with a bunch of clutter, and everybody else could just be playing shit for like fucking $30 a month because inflation went up, but so did everybody's wages and shit like that, and things are making less sense possibly. But you see what I'm saying is, like, I'm saying in the future, with them having as the amount that they currently have, and then amassing more, and then stretching that amongst a ton of different people, and giving everybody all these different devices, and saying this is an Xbox, that's an Xbox, so then you're just thinking I'm gonna go hop on the Xbox application and continue playing from whatever that is. May have a native device that has something like a quick resume on it where you can keep going. Like, I feel like it's almost like kind of starving the whatever the other competition could be. Maybe they hang out in their own way of being like the IMAX version, or the super supreme type of, like, I mean, there's always room. There's always room for something else. And there is. In business, that's the whole reason there is business. There's always room for another idea or a different way to go about things. There is, I mean, there's a reason that, there's still multiple different companies, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox right now, is because there's room to do something else. If Nintendo didn't really like the race between, Microsoft and PlayStation, and they tried to do something completely they did something way different, succeeded, and then tried to do something a little bit more chill, because remember, the Wii was like up and at them and doing shit, right? They tried to make something a little bit more chill, and people weren't fucking with it, right? But they bounced back. Now look at them. They're going versus the PlayStation 2 for best-selling console of all time. So it's just like, so I'm not saying Microsoft's gonna bounce back as fast. It may even take a few generations, but we're also talking about the richest one of the richest, if not the richest company in the world, right? So it's just like they're looking at their watch, and they're looking at some of the money coming out and whatnot. And if they're further investing in it, it's like, uh-oh. There's a reason why when Jim Ryan heard that, Microsoft was going to acquire Activision Blizzard, he about spit his coffee out. He fell out of his chair. They're doing what? There's a reason behind that. I'm sure if he was still at PlayStation, just because Xbox is giving them games doesn't cut it for him. It didn't cut it for him. Remember all the different meetings that they had together to try to think and put together a deal, and each time Jim said, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's a reason he didn't like it. He didn't like it because he could see that somewhere down the line it wasn't good. It wasn't good, maybe for PlayStation. I don't know if it was for gaming as a whole, but it was just for like PlayStation in particular. They're just like, I mean, because the company is going to protect themselves from whatever, right? So obviously, if Microsoft came to the table to PlayStation and gave them something good, where PlayStation felt like they were taking advantage of Microsoft, don't you think they would have been like, give me the pen, let me sign them shits? But no, they didn't do that even close. They fought tooth and nail. Bro got on the stand. He's ready. He is testifying. He is like, bro. What I'm trying to tell you is, you're listening, like you may be listening to a lot of people out here that says, "Hey, it's over, it's done with," and whatnot. But you literally have the CEO of Microsoft out here. He's not just talking to the wind. He's not just patting gamers on the back. Like, if anything, he is smacking gamers upside the head. He's not patting anybody on the back and saying, "Hey, it's gonna be okay, y'all." He's not saying that. He's saying, "Hey, we doing this. Check it out." You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, this is wild. What up, Tarnish the Witch? He says, he or she, I don't know. Said that, and they dumped Jimbo right back to the streets, talking about he ready to retire. More like Sony was ready for him to retire. I mean, bro, I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that feel like, and I don't know if this is true within the company or not, because I don't work there and I don't talk to people like that, right? I don't know a person that knows a person that's an insider like that, right? I would tell you, I wouldn't tell you who my source was if I did have an insider, but I would tell you if I actually feel like something sounds legit. I wouldn't tell you who said it, of course, but I didn't hear shit. I'm just saying that, like, it seemed like the sentiment from a lot of different people was that they at Sony, the higher ups at Sony, felt like when Microsoft figured out a way to purchase Activision Blizzard, that Jim somehow took it. That was an L that was given to him, that he and that kind of helped him see the door. I don't know how true that is, because I'm just like, how is he responsible for something that happened that's just legal, right? What was he gonna do? Throw a blanket over it? Like, right? Like just like treat him like a kitty and just spray some water at him? Like you can't buy that. Like I don't know. I mean, that's what people were seemingly talking like, but I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm just saying, a lot of people are out here cheering, especially those that are not fans of Xbox. They're cheering, but I'm just saying there could be a blowback to all this. Maybe not right now. Maybe you get to laugh it up for the next few years. Maybe you get to laugh it up for the rest of your life. I don't know. Maybe you do. But I'm just saying there could be a time later in the future in my daughter's lifetime that the script is flipped. And I'm just saying that doesn't help me at all. That doesn't help me at all. But I'm just wondering, like, what kind of long-term craziness that they're looking at doing. All I care about at the end of the day is, are you still making hardware? Can I still purchase first and third party games on your hardware? And do I have access to all my previous games? I mean, since you're going digital, that's kind of where I feel about that, right? Because it's just like, now the excuse before was this, I felt like the excuse back in the day was, do you have this type of, do you have this type of disc, right? CD-ROM, DVD, Blu-ray, all the different type of discs, right? That carried information on it, right? Some cartridges, obviously, um, but a lot of this stuff is just digital now. So I'm gonna need you to run back my old games. I'm gonna need you to run back my games I bought digitally from previous platforms. I mean, I'm just saying. That just seems like the right thing to do since we have these digital libraries now. So I'm assuming that's gonna be that's gonna be probably a factor that kind of sticks with us. But I wonder how long. See, because here's a really interesting question, and I hate to bring this into the air because maybe I'm giving somebody an idea, but hopefully I'm not. But I'm assuming that they've thought about this years prior. All right. And this is what I'm saying. I'm wondering if they're kind of trying to figure out how long we can own a digital license. Does that sound crazy? Tell me if that sounds crazy. Turner said, "What's my opinion on Flop Station?" And my opinion is PlayStation's fine, but it's just not. It's not my home for where I play multiplayers, where I prefer first party games. I prefer Xbox. I mean, that's just what it is. I like PlayStation games. A lot of them feel the same. I don't mind same genre sometimes because their genres are fine. I don't have like some of their genres are fairly. Some of them are kind of different. Some of them are pretty much the same, but a lot of them kind of have that, no knock. But I mean, the truth is the truth. Over the shoulder, third person, bow and arrow, or short few bursts of attacks, and then story piece. Oh, not flop station. He said flopflation. Can you describe maybe what the hell you're talking about? What the hell is flopflation? I've never even heard of flopflation. I did see that Mark Cerny presentation though. That shit was pretty funny. Let me go on ahead and update some of this stuff so you guys can see. In case you're kind of wondering what the hell, where the hell I'm getting some of this stuff from. But no, I don't know what flopflation is. I'm kind of curious what that means. So if you can holler back, and but maybe you're talking about I don't know. Oh, you're talking about the teraflops. Okay, yeah, because the whole 33 or something, some crazy ass number people were running with, and then now everybody's out here like, oh no, I never said that. I just said that was the leak that I got, and I didn't say that. And it's like, no, but you happily shared it as if it was the truth. And now people are not happy that you shared that to them. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. All you have to do is say, I apologize, I shared that. I shared it. Oops, I was wrong. Move on. People be standing on business for the wrong things. That's the wrong thing to stand on business for. You were just flat out wrong. Oh, of course. Yeah, I seen that Nib was taking that serious. Or somebody said, hey, you lied to everybody, and maybe calling him a liar might be a little forward, kind of like if I'm being honest, I'm not gonna go run and tell somebody I don't know they're a liar. You're a liar. Like I don't care about you that much. Like I'm not gonna waste my energy to just scream at somebody that I don't know. Like I don't care. But like, am I gonna look at you some type of way when you say some, when you say something and I find out, the leak isn't true, I kind of look, I have people that I like that say wild stuff, and then I find out, they're just too excited, right? They're just too excited. But there's sometimes when like what I don't like, is when somebody figures out they're wrong and fights it. And they fight it. And it's just like, so that person called you a liar, sure, they came at you maybe a little spicy. But I don't know. I feel like when you're a content creator or you're somebody that puts your face out there and you're standing up saying what you're saying, stand on business, type shit. I feel like it's kind of your duty to just fall back. I feel like it's kind of your duty. I feel like content creators have gotten way too comfortable with standing on bullshit. Not business, bullshit. Like, bro, it's still okay to be wrong. Just be like, hey, man, I'm wrong. Or, hey, this is my opinion. And whether I'm right or wrong, this is what it is. Like, you don't even have to really apologize. Just be like, hey, this is just my opinion and I'm sticking to it. And then if they want to call you names, it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, this dude's taking it way too serious. Some people stand on the wrong fucking things. They ain't standing on business. They standing on bullshit. You already know I do not like D-Batch. He's one of the people that just stands on bullshit to me. Like, I don't like him. I don't understand why he's as aggressive as he is to other people about things when he's been proven wrong time after time after time. In his whole thing back every time is I'm not gonna sit here and talk about somebody else. Like, fuck him. I don't care. Fuck. There's some people that you just don't like. Moving on. So, anyways. So, all right. Well, what the hell were we talking about earlier? Anyways, I know we were talking about the whole Satya Nadella thing, and what. Oh yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, Jason Ronald. So I type like a goddamn like a turtle. You know how you be trying to like sound like you type fast just by smashing buttons extra hard? That's probably me. I'm not a fast typer. I can get like once I get into a groove, I can start to kind of get cooking. But like when I'm just like putting my hands on the keyboard every like once every like 10 minutes, I'm not finna just like I move like a carbureted engine. when it comes to typing and shit like that. I'm not feeling injected. I'm not ready. Sometimes I need a little bit of gas. Hey, hey. Anyways. Oh shit. All right, so let me put this on the screen. Anyways, you guys make sure you hit that like button, share this thing out if you get the opportunity and you can. If you can't, whatever. But at least hit the like button. I appreciate that. If you're new, subscribe. I'm always doing shows throughout the week. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm usually not doing a show, but almost damn near Monday through Friday, we have something. So there might be, an off day every once in a while, but we have shows at least 3 to 4, sometimes 5 times a week. Holidays, Christmas being next week and shit, probably a little bit lighter on the show side, but right back at it the next weekend, especially the following week after New Year's and stuff like that. Like, we're always doing shows and stuff like that, talking about what's happening lately, our opinions on it, listening to the comments, listening to y'all in the chat. So if y'all got something y'all want to say about it, whether I agree with you, whether I stand in the same corner of you or not, you're more than welcome to be here. Say what you got to say, spit your game, talk your shit, the rest of that Biggie Smalls type shit. So do your thing. You're always welcome here. I'm not a person that really holds my tongue a whole lot. Sometimes, I curse a little bit and whatnot. If that bothers you, I'm sorry. But, I just do the content the way that I want to do my content. And I hope you guys enjoy that. But anyways, so this is what I wanted to talk about. Let me check and see before okay, so whatever, fuck. So put this up here. Pow. So Oliver Darko, which I don't know who the hell that is. Let's go ahead and check and see who it is. I don't know who the hell that is. That didn't tell me shit. But this person ain't even lying. They ain't lying. I know they ain't lying when they said this, right? So they said Jason Ronald, lead architect of Xbox Series X and S, was promoted by Microsoft. To vice president of next generation. In case you think I'm bullshitting, I mean, just look at all this right here. Clobrill. There you go. Clobrill said the same shit. All right, so just in case some of y'all are like, I don't know that source. I don't know who that person is. That sounds insane. No, it's definitely that. So as you can see, Hazardor Gaming right here as well. He had a little something different to say, which I found pretty interesting. I'm gonna go back to the chat and read up what you guys are saying here just shortly, but I just kind of wanted to get this out in the wind, give you guys some time to respond about it if you guys have anything to say or think about. But remember, everybody keeps telling us, "Oh, Xbox ain't gonna come out with no more hardware. I think they're done. They're cooked." It didn't make any sense to me that somebody would have this many, not just subscribers to Game Pass, right? But like actual consoles sold. Like there's 30 million plus consoles. Like let me actually look it up real quick. Let me look it up. How many Xbox Series? Yeah, see, look, it's been written multiple times. Kind of curious. I want to find something that has a legit number. Let's see. Wow, that's less than I thought, actually. Yikes. So it says they only have 21, 22 million sold. Yikes, that's not good. Let me go to share this tab just so y'all can see. Y'all see that? 21. Yo. Let me see something real quick. I'm kind of curious. How many Xbox? I know ones. I think Xbox Ones sold more eventually, right? 58 Xbox Ones, 58 million Xbox Ones have been sold. Okay, as of 2024. Okay. That's still a lot, though. That's still a lot. That is still a lot in comparison. That is still a lot. Woo! See, I thought they had 30 million consoles sold, but they only had 21. Yo, that is something. Wait, okay, so some of these articles are kind of old, so I didn't look this, but 1 year, I don't know. Okay, hold on. This has a little bit different. So yeah, so it is around 30. Because this article is September of this year. So it is about 28. So I was right. It was about 30. Bro, where did this come from? See, this is an old ass article, man. And Google, Bing, what are we doing? Microsoft Bing, why are you giving me these answers? Oh my goodness. Y'all have me sweating for a moment. Like, really? I thought it was 30. But yeah, I was right. It's about 30. Man, I fucking hate y'all. So yeah, so we have about half of what the PS5 is sold, right? So 30, so about 30 use Bing. I am okay. You said never use Bing. So yeah, whatever. Bing gets me money though. Bing gets me money though. So it is what it is, homie. But all right. So, anyways, so I was right the first time. Going all the way back to my point. Jesus Christ, that was a hell of a detour. A sweaty one at that. Hazardor Gaming comes out because I was talking about Jason Ronald. He said Xbox and Valve to attend Lenovo's handheld gaming event. January 7th. Microsoft VP of Xbox gaming devices and ecosystem exec Jason Ronald will be present at the event. Okay, so let's tap in. Let's tap into the article and see what's going down. It says Valve will be Lenovo. Valve. Okay, so we already know that. And then it says Xbox's CEO or the Xbox VP. So Jason Ronald. It said the future of gaming handhelds is coming to CES 25, and you have a front row seat. The email in my inbox exclaims, let me translate. It looks like Lenovo just tactily confirmed it will announce its first Steam OS handheld in Las Vegas on or before January 7th, 2025. That's interesting. Let's go. That's pretty cool. All right. I like to hear new things coming out. So I'm pretty stoked to hear that. And to hear that Jason Ronald's going to be there, I'm just kind of wondering how this is all kind of integrating and working together now, because this is like the three consoles, the three platforms I have the most games on is Steam, or okay, digital games on Steam, or not or the first one is Xbox, then it's Steam, then it's PlayStation. Okay. Yeah, that. So and then Nintendo's fourth on that list. So with that being said, being Xbox and Steam being the front two runners of what I own, digital wise, them coming together sounds amazing. What's cracking, Sergeant Sentinel? It's good to see you, brother. It's been a little while. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing all right. Good to see you pop through. Let me know how you're doing. But like I said, here in Las Vegas, on or before January 7th, 2025, we're expecting it to be Steam button equipped. A Legion Go S that leaker Evan Blass revealed last week. Why do I say that? The January 7th event titled Lenovo Legion by AMD, the future of gaming handhelds, will feature a special guest Valve Steam OS and Steam Deck co-designer Pierre-Luc Greffius. I don't know. I'm chopping that name probably. Lenovo and AMD are calling him Valve's chief design architect. For purpose of the event, most value employees are simply considered designer internally, since they fluidly switch between teams and tasks. I believe I'm just going to call him Griff. I believe Griff once told me he prefers the same, but it's true. He also been one of the few public faces of the Steam OS and the Steam Deck. It's fantastic. It's fascinating company. Griff won't be the only intriguing choice on panelists on stage. Jason Ronald, Microsoft VP of Xbox Gaming Device and Ecosystem, will also be in attendance. He's now beginning introduced as Microsoft's VP of Next Generation. We exclusively shared with you last week that Lenovo will revamp its larger, seemingly Windows-based Legion Go with detached controllers too. So this one's gonna have detached controllers as well. This is and I always thought that was cool, and I wanted to get the last one. I wanted to get that at launch, but I was just like, I don't know, because my Steam Deck at that point was only like, I want to say it was a little less than a year old at that point, and I was mad salty when I bought my when I bought my Steam Deck, and because when I bought my Steam Deck, when I bought it, I bought it, and literally 2 weeks later, the Asus ROG Ally got announced. It got announced, so I was hot because if you know your boy Ham Solo, I like things to work easily between each other. So I love, I pretty much like PC gaming, right? I'm pretty much a PC gamer, but prefer the console experience. That is who I am. I'm sorry if that bothers you. But like I enjoy being able to sit down on my couch and play my Xbox without having to deal with an OS like Windows or even Steam's or even Steam, like, or I shouldn't say really Steam, because their OS for Steam Deck is phenomenal. But like I'm just talking about any kind of mouse work. Like I don't want to be using a mouse to get around or do anything like that. I just want to use a controller. I know there's a way to do that with PC, but it's just a little cumbersome still. I don't feel like it's natural yet. I feel like you have to do a bunch of workaround stuff, which is what I ended up doing with my Steam Deck. So when I figured out after I did all that work for my Steam Deck to get that thing kicking and getting, I was so proud because I had two OSs on it. I had the Microsoft Windows OS and I had the Steam OS, and I can bounce back and forth. I still can do that with my Steam Deck right now. It's in the kitchen right now, but I was on the Steam OS earlier while I was riding up. While I was, as a matter of fact, I think I got a little video of it. Yeah, see, you can see it right there. Oh shit! Yeah, you can see me right there. I'm just sitting there playing my Steam Deck on the road with my family earlier. And like I was actually playing that through the Steam OS on the browser. On the browser playing Xbox Cloud gaming, and I got the internet from my phone, which I can't wait until I can figure out. I I really hope at some point Microsoft comes out with their own phone again. And I can just not have to transfer my data from one place to the other. I can just play it on my Microsoft phone. That'd be fantastic. I'd be one of the first person in line buying a Microsoft phone. No cap. Same with really any type of handheld device that they come out with. That just sounds heat. Man, I forgot what I was even talking about now. Oh yeah, I was talking about so I bought that Steam Deck, did all that bullshit to it, and then the Asus ROG Ally got announced. It eventually came out a little while later. I got to see everybody else happy with that, and that was actually the handheld I wanted because I wouldn't have had to do all that back end bullshit. I would have been able to just download the Steam app and download the Xbox app and just be done with it. Instead, now I have to use two different OSs. So now I'm in the market all over again to get something that just has one OS but does both. Kind of like maybe a new ROG Ally. If that ROG Ally now, if it has the ability to have Windows on it, I'm interested, or at least Game Pass on it, or not Game Pass. No, fuck that. Not Game Pass. I want not Windows, but just Xbox's product. I want to be able to play my games that I own, not Game Pass. Fuck, Game Pass is fine as a service on the side, right? It's cool when I need it. But when I want to do what I want to do with no holds bar, yes. Fuzzy Tomatoes, shout out to you in the chat. Good to see you. Thanks for pulling up. Says, yeah, I'm happy with my Legion Go. Yeah, I really wanted to get the Legion Go. And because that came out after the ROG Ally, remember, and I seen that the controllers come off. And can you tell me how you feel about those controllers coming off? Do you use them with the controllers off very often? Do you always leave them on? Are they novelty to you? Are they dope to you? Are they stupid? Do you have the AR glasses that go with them? Or did you buy something separate? Like, what is your experience like if you could put it in a short form paragraph? I mean, you don't have to write all this bullshit if you don't want. If you're just like, man, fuck this dude, I ain't writing shit. That is totally fine. But I'd like to kind of know what your experience has been with it, because I've been thinking I've wanted to get one, but at this point I'm just like, I might as well just wait until the newer one comes out, and then like maybe this summer think about getting it or something. I don't know where I'm at on the whole thing, but I know that I'm more interested in the Legion Go than I am in the ROG Ally. ROG Ally, it's cool, but I like features. I like extra dumb shit that you kind of don't need, but is dope if you have. Kind of like, that's why I've been an Xbox fan as long as I have been, to be honest. Shit like Quick Resume, shit like Xbox Snap, shit like downloading music onto your hard drive, like shit like that. I mean, I like those type of features enhance my gaming experience. So I want that. Shout out to Dorian Gray. It's been a long time. Thank you for sliding through. Says people are asking for too much consoles. Our consoles and handhelds and handheld PCs are handheld PCs. I don't know. I mean, I see what you mean by some people are asking for too much. Like maybe we as people expect one thing to do everything for us. But the reason we expect that is because we have this thing called a cell phone that does stuff like that. So when we have access to things that do way more than they used to do, like our TVs do way more than they used to do. Our, our just some of our lights in our households do way more than they used to do. Remember back in the day, like you had to use a light switch. Now you can tell Alexa to turn on the light in your room to purple. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like things are not the same as they used to be. So like I understand expecting too much, sure. But the reason we expect too much or sometimes expect more than we maybe should is because we've been given more than we expected prior. Dorian Gray says yes, but these are still not Xbox branded devices. Not yet. And maybe they never will be. That's fine. I'm wondering what Jason Ronald's doing there still, regardless, right? Because he's the VP of Next Generation. He's not just there to not do anything hardware wise at all. He just wants to take pictures. Like this ain't Indiana Jones with fucking Jason Ronald. Like he's out there working. And there might be a little bit of fun. Maybe he might drink a beer. I don't know. Have a bagel. I don't know what he eats or drinks. I'm just throwing that out there. But I'm sure he's doing something that has to do with or that influences what Xbox's next move is going to be. Maybe he sees something that AMD's doing in particular or something that Lenovo's doing that they're like, oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. We would like to work with you, or we want you to work with us type shit. Like, I don't know. But all I'm saying is this type of stuff isn't what you're doing if you're giving up. I don't think we see Square Enix is going to this event, and so is Take-Two. I don't know. Maybe somebody from Rockstar is in the building, but I don't know. I doubt it. This seems like it's for hardware. So it will be interesting to see. Shout out to you, Dorian Gray. Yeah, it will be mad interesting to see. It will be interesting. CES is always weird too. Like everybody tunes into CES to have this like expectation. So going right back to what Dorian Gray was kind of talking about, expectations, right? It's like some people's expectations are too high, right? And maybe Dorian Gray was talking about something in particularly different. But I'm just saying, in a whole, like every year for a game award, for a showcase, for the developer direct or whatever the fuck it is, right? The Nintendo Direct, whatever it is. Like, we as people, we love to like dream, right? Like what's gonna be there, what to expect. We like to think that these companies don't like each other, that they ain't fucking with each other, that they don't see any benefit in each other at all. And then shit like CES comes around and lets us know that Sony is working with Microsoft, that's working with Apple, that's working with this. And then you're like, what the fuck is happening right here? And then you realize that like you don't know what's going the fuck on. I mean, CES is like one of those things that it's just like, in my opinion, it's like the soiree for tech heads, right? The soiree, like the Game Awards is the soiree for video game players, right? Everybody with their pinky out. I ain't gonna lie, I had my pinky out a couple times. I didn't even really have a drink like that. I had 2 drinks, but I had my pinky out, I know, for one of them bitches, because that fucking drink was nuts. That shit was fire. So I'm pretty sure I had my pinky out for that drink because I was feeling myself right then and there. But what I'm saying is, like, CES is like that for like tech heads, right? So they be driving cars on the stage and shit. Look at this motherfucker change colors. Like they be doing some like off the wall type of shit at CES, which is amazing. But at the same time, it's just like, it's like it seems like a concept event half the damn time. It kind of like they're usually talking about things like in the future, right? So I'm interested to see what's there, but I also but it's also one of those things, like, you watch CES, you should probably temper your expectations. Like, you're probably not going to see anything. You're gonna see some cool shit, but you're probably not gonna see anything that you're gonna be able to fuck around with like right away. Like, temper your expectations for CES. You're probably gonna see some shit that you can't even fuck with. Probably see a lot of shit that you can't even afford. Like, CES it's built different. It is. It's a top tier tech show. It ain't QVC. So yeah, let me check out the chat. Fuzzy Tomato said it's still pretty new. One of the detachable controllers doubles as a mouse, which is pretty awesome. Works really good with the GeForce. Now, what are you talking about? Okay. Fuzzy is talking about the Legion Go. Yeah, yes. Thank you. He says it's still pretty new. Okay, so you haven't completely, so you're comfortable with it, but you're still figuring out new shit about it. Essentially, he said one of the detachable controllers doubles as a mouse. So yeah, I did see that, and it looks like it in like a joystick and shit too, right? And it says, and he also says, which is pretty awesome. Works really good with you. Okay. So it also does streaming really well, which is something interesting. I'm going to ask you this as well, if you're still there, or I'm sure you're still there, but if you want to answer this question, I appreciate it. Does it have Wi-Fi 6 on it? Because right now, one of my biggest issues with my Steam Deck is I feel like the Wi-Fi and just like the upload and download in it is not that great. Like, it takes a long. It doesn't take like forever. Like, it doesn't feel like a 360 or hell. It feels like comparable, maybe a little bit quicker than my. I don't know if I should say that. It feels comparable to like a last generation hardware of downloading shit. Like, that's what it feels like. Even like, I know the SSD is quicker, but that's like when you're like using and playing the game and shit like that. Downloading it, I guess it helps be able to take in the information quicker. But like, as for whatever's transferring through that Wi-Fi, I don't think it's Wi. I know it's not Wi-Fi 6 on my Steam Deck currently, and that bitch is not quick. It is not quick when it comes to downloading stuff. Like I gotta download it and make sure that hoe is like on the charger. Like even if it's fully charged, it might not download it completely before it dies. It's tragic. It's tragic. But yeah. We read that. Dorian Gray says just like Lisa Su of AMD and Jensen of Nvidia family. I mean, yeah, absolutely, just like that. Just like that. Pinky out, bro. Pinky all the way out. Like breaking that bitch. But Ray Chi says TV brands are fighting each other in those tech shows. As they should be. I want to see them continue to fight each other and find new ways to make TVs so these old ass TVs possibly get cheaper. I mean, I know there is, some stuff that has to be said, like, it just depends if said parts actually become cheaper, because just because you find a newer way to make something doesn't exactly mean the old thing becomes cheap, because it just depends on what kind of parts were used to make said thing. So like I get that, but I want nicer TVs always. What I really want is cheaper computer monitors, because these computer monitor prices are just nuts. They're nuts. But I mean, you get what you pay for, right? You get what you pay for. But I mean, some of these computer monitors are just, they're out of pocket. They're truly out of pocket. Okay. Fuzzy says Google says it's Wi-Fi 6, so that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, cool. Well, so yeah. Oh, damn. They just okay. There it is, right there. So there's your shit right there. You're talking about one of the sticks. So the right stick right here is able to be used as I'm guessing the mouse and whatnot. That's pretty high. That looks nice. Looks weird the way it clips in. And like I've always thought it looked like I'm not sure how sturdy it would be. But I mean, you're enjoying yours, and I've had a Switch, and I put one of one of my Switches went through hell because it went through my daughter between the ages of like 4 and now she's 7. So, like, I'm saying, like, I'm saying, I'm saying, like, if it's built better than the Switch, that shit is gonna last a long time. But I hope it's built better than the Switch and at least just as good as the Switch. Because the Switch one it's pretty solid. The locking mechanism and everything, it's pretty solid. It does feel a little, feel a little wobbly on one of my Switches, but it's easily playable. Comfortably playable, I should say. Whew. Here's that shit, though. This is the next box. So let's see what they had to say at the end. Let's read the rest of this. Might as well. It says, we exclusively shared with you last week that Lenovo will revamp its larger, seemingly Windows Legion-based Go with detachable controllers too, and we are also expecting Lenovo to hedge its bets with a Windows version of the smaller Legion Go S, based on the same leak. So are they saying, like, I don't know, maybe I'm looking into it wrong, but I just don't know. Are they saying they're gonna have a Steam version of? I just don't see that making any sense. So I'm just gonna skip over that thought process. I'll come back to it if something like that happens, but yeah, I don't think so. It's a reasonable bet some, if not all, of these devices will come with AMD's yet to be detailed Z2 Extreme chips. See, I told you right here. Join us for a cocktail reception hosted by Lenovo, Legion, and AMD gathering leaders. See, I told y'all, this is just a soiree, essentially, for a bunch of tech heads. Anyways, I mean, which is cool. I'd be happy to go. I ain't even fronting. I ain't hating on them at all. I'm just saying what it is. But anyways, it says we're not currently expecting Microsoft to surprise with an Xbox handheld at the event, as gaming boss Phil Spencer has suggested that it might be a few years away, but it's possible that Microsoft and Lenovo will try to suggest that all handhelds are Xbox handhelds, like Microsoft does in its new "This is Xbox" marketing campaign. So, and he says that he'll be attending. So, and that's Tom Warren, right? Is this written by Tom Warren? No, this is written by Sean Hollister. So cool. Cool. All right, great. So I'm sure Tom will probably be there as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he's there. Either that or he'll be writing a fucking article immediately after. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Lenovo has in the future, coming up in the near future. I would say I'm in the market to get one, depending on. I might wait until GTA 6 comes out. And I know it's not coming out on PC, right? Right away, at least. It's not coming out on PC. But I just want to see what all changes between now and then. And that's saying if a date for GTA 6 is out soon. I'm not finna fucking wait until December to possibly get one of these things. But what I'd ideally like to do is wait until like about summertime or something like that. Like let me give a better time period. I'd ideally probably like to get one of these after the Xbox June event. See what's kind of happening, what's coming out, where the air is, because there will be a whole lot of games that I play between now and then. But I feel like in the summer that will give me time to maybe look forward to maybe what's going to be happening soon, and kind of gear up for the latter half of the year. So then I have all different types of ways to play. Like Grand Theft Auto, I'll definitely be playing it through either remote play or the cloud or something like that. I'm gonna be fucking around with that game somehow, some way, screwing around, playing with it. And then hopefully maybe a Fable comes out, Doom, maybe Wolverine on PlayStation. Keep in mind, I get one of those handhelds from Lenovo or whatnot. I got my remote play PlayStation right then and there as well. Which, I mean, that's what my Steam Deck does as well. I got remote play on there for my PlayStation and cloud gaming on for my PlayStation on my Steam Deck currently. So all the shit that I currently have is just going to go over to whatever's newer that works better, that can keep everything under one OS. But anyways, I've been here with you guys for almost 2 hours. I did not anticipate this being this long. I was just coming through and kicking it. I thought I'm gonna have to make a new thumbnail because King David didn't show up. And it is what it is. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for showing up. Maybe he'll be here next time. I don't know. But Thanks everybody for sliding through, coming to see your boy Ham Solo. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Share this thing out so people that maybe like to enjoy shows when they're not live can possibly come through, see what I've been talking about, what's been popping and whatnot. Thank you for the support from everybody that came through here, whether it was via Twitter or if it's here and you got a notification via YouTube. As I said prior, hit that subscribe button if you want to come back, continue to support. I'm gonna hold the line, Diego. I appreciate it, brother. Rachie, I'm definitely gonna take care. But Diego, you already know I'm gonna hold the line for Xbox. I'm here until the end, whenever that is. And if I end up being, done with before Xbox, then I won. Then I won the good fight. But everyone, do what Diego says. Take care, everybody. I will talk to y'all probably tomorrow for an episode of Bullsitting. I don't know if I'll be able to stick around for the whole show, but I will definitely be there to kick it and hang out with y'all. I appreciate y'all for sliding through. This is your boy Ham Solo signing out from TSWS Gaming, letting y'all know to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Peace.
They said